Welcome back, Wellness Crew, and welcome back to Wells Wellness. Long time no sit down and chat. Where have you guys been? But I've been so delighted that we've been having such a good time on the cooking side of the channel. I had no idea you guys would really like my coconut and tomato pastas. I was a little nervous about that one, not gonna lie, but I'm glad that you liked it. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm a certified wellness coach. The 3 pillars of health that we focus on are our mind, body, and spirit. So if that interests you, go ahead and click the subscribe button and we'll see more of each other. Anyways, I know what time it is. I know the holidays are coming up, so I am on a mission. For today, I want to provide you with 4 tips that we can abide by so that we can focus on our health journey through the holidays. I know holidays have a lot of joy and a lot of things that we're excited for, but it also can be stressful and sometimes derail us from our wellness goals. So I have 4 tips for you all today. Let's get into it. So tip number 1 is to prioritize. And there's 2 things that you need to prioritize. 1, you need to prioritize your values. So this takes a little bit of effort, but it's gonna be worth it. Because the holidays, there's so many unexpected things that come up and so many things that derail our normal routine or our normal schedule. We need to really ground ourselves and anchor ourselves into what's going to be most important to us this holiday season. And it may change as things progress. So take time to realize what your values are. Is it connection? Maybe you've been experiencing a lot of loneliness, so you're really looking forward to connecting with others. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's your health. Maybe you got a bad diagnosis that you're not excited about, or maybe you're trying to prevent a diagnosis that you might be borderline close to. So this is going to lead us naturally into the second thing that we need to prioritize, which is our wellness goals. So now that we spent time on what we value, our goals are naturally going to be anchored in them. You need to prioritize which goals are going to be most important to you. It would be nice if we're able to adhere to our entire routine and all of our goals, but just to be realistic, how things may adjust and pop up, we might not get to all of our goals. You need to prioritize which goals are going to give you the most peace this season, realizing that potentially you might not meet all of your goals. So for example, maybe you have 5 goals that you've been successful at, maybe narrowing it down to 3 goals, or even lessening the intensity of some of your goals, or just prioritizing 1 or 2 that is most important to you. Tip number 2 is to plan. And this is one of my favorite tips because in another video that I've done before, I presented that you are 88% more likely to adhere to your goals if you plan ahead. So knowing your values, knowing the goals that you want to have, how can you plan ahead? One of my biggest recommendations is, especially for the holidays and anytime it's busy for that matter and unpredictable, to try to adhere to your goals as much as you can in the morning when it's less chaotic. Because as time progresses, usually the unexpected things can pop up and derail us from our goals. So figure out, like what we mentioned, what's most important to you, plan how you can adhere to it. And it's really important to make a plan that's fun. If you make a plan that is way too hard and you're not able to obtain it, that's usually when we get a lot of anger and frustration around our health goals, which can lead us into a negative spiral of not wanting to adhere to any goals because we messed up in one specific area. So it's really important to make a plan that is exciting to you, that seems reasonable for you, and seems fun. Let's think about it in this way. Say maybe you want to make sure that you exercise and you go to the gym an hour every day. However, this holiday season, spending time with your family is really, really important to you. And it's kind of like a tug of war. see in different aspects how you can combine the two. Maybe it's you not necessarily exercising in the highest intensity that you normally do, but maybe it's going on a walk with your parents or a significant other, that you still get that connection that you're craving, but also you're not completely forgetting about the goals that have led you to the healthy lifestyle that you're living now. So be creative and see how you can merge the two. I know for myself, one of my values this holiday season is to eat good food, okay? I don't always eat a certain way throughout the year, so I feel comfortable treating myself to certain foods that I don't normally eat. However, there's some guidelines and parameters that I will have. What that means is I could potentially eat differently throughout that week to make room for this exception of me trying new foods that I haven't eaten throughout the year. That could be healthier breakfast, back to the smoothies, chia seed puddings. So there's certain things that you can work around so that you're having fun and enjoying the holidays, but also you're still adhering to your goals. Say you're also on a really strict diet that you've been so successful at, and you're so worried that this Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner is going to mess up your diet. Why don't we take a moment and pause, and why don't we be creative and let's make a dish that is perfect for your dietary restrictions that tastes really good. So that's something that you can experiment with and go on Pinterest with and just search different things so that you have something at the table of Thanksgiving that you feel confident eating, you feel happy eating while you're still meeting your goals. So tip number 3 is to practice your goals. At this point, after you've prioritized your values, you made a plan how you're going to keep to your goals, now it's time to just put it into practice. And I like the word practice because it alleviates some of the pressure of having to carry out the plan perfectly. I can't even get that phrase out perfectly, right? So just practice. It takes off the pressure so that you don't have to be perfect. And the last tip is to pray. 3 John verse 2 says, "Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, just as your soul prospers." So if you have the maker of your body supporting you and your health goals, how can you fail, right? So I just want to encourage you to continue to pray throughout the entire process while you're prioritizing, while you're planning ahead, while you're practicing. We can do all things through Him, so I just pray that may encourage you. With that being said, I wish you the best of holidays, that you may have just the greatest time. So this is all I have for you today. Please go ahead, if you made it this far, go ahead and like this video and maybe send it to somebody else that may need encouragement. We're all in this together and we can support each other. I will see you on the next video, and in the meantime, be balanced, be whole, be well. See you later.